3 cards for your day today, Saturday, April 4th, and I'm using Morgan Greer deck this morning, and I took a few days off because I have had it up to here with this app. But I'm back because we'll see what happens. First card, Ace of Pentacles reversed. So the Ace is pure potential, and Pentacles, of course, are material reality. So this feels like starting from scratch again. Something has been reset. There's a way in which we're going to have to get out of our own way and get back down to our roots and rebuild the thing that we thought was going to come to fruition in a certain way, but that's not panning out the way we thought. So it's time to kind of pull back and take stock and reevaluate our relationship and our approach to things like money, things like possessions, things like the way we live. This may have to do with the economy. That's kind of what I'm sensing, because I think a lot of people are going through this right now. Whenever the metric of how you finance your ability to be in the world, whenever that gets kind of monumentally shifted, then we have to make some value judgments or make some, what's the word I want? Do some sorting out of what's important to me. What is really important to me right now? Is it status? Is it appearing like I live a certain way? Or is it feeling comfortable because I am living within my means and I am not participating in an economy that wants to extract all of my life force energy? So this may mean something like simplifying. In fact, I think that's what this is coming out to, is there's this feeling of kind of sizing down to what's really important in terms of quality, but not quantity. So we can live a happy, satisfying life in a very simple manner, and at the same time kind of opt out of those systems that are exploiting more and more of our life energy from us, because that's what they're designed to do. All right, well, let's see what the next 2 cards have to say. And second card is the Queen of Rods, and it's upright. Well, that is a powerful reframing right there, because rods are pure potential in a different sort of way than the Ace. Rods are stored fire. They're called wands in the other deck, and they're kind of pure power. And when you're the Queen, you embody the ability to do whatever you want with that power. So even though Queen is a card of embodiment, a card of arrival, a card of mastery, everything in this card screams pure potential to me, because she's got this living rod, this stored fire in her hand, and in the other hand she's got this sunflower. And sunflowers to me always speak of the scattering of many seeds and fertile ground from which they can grow. So this reframing of your approach to materiality, this potential downsizing or reorienting your life in such a way that less is being extracted from you and more is being put into your personal sovereignty, your personal authentic way of living in the world, it's going to return your power to you. The power you had all along, but which was kind of being manipulated by outside forces. I feel like this is a kind of a coming home. It feels too like I keep getting an image of farmland or communal living out in the countryside, something like that. And it echoes my own conviction, and this is just a personal note, that the way that we find freedom from the corporate structures that have started to dominate human life is in coming together in small communities that are self-supporting, that are cooperative, and provide mutual aid and support. And it could be that you are potentially a leader in a movement of that kind, or something very similar to that. So there's a feeling that this reorientation to material reality comes from discovering personal sovereignty and the potential that that holds to live life in a new way, to live life in a new style that reclaims your queenship, your majesty, that reclaims your sovereignty in a way that facilitates growth and not stagnation, and not endless exhaustion and resentment and resignation to having to live within a system. These systems are not infallible. They can be opted out of, and that is how we reclaim ourselves. Let's see what card number 3 has to say. And third card gives us, oh, lovely, the 6 of Cups, upright. This is a clear confirmation of what I was just saying about the Queen, the sovereignty, communal living, mutual aid and support. Look at the abundance that flows out of these cups. And cups also are emotional energy, so there is this sustaining emotional support, mutual reward, mutual joy. There's nothing dark or stagnant or angsty or angry about this card. This is the way life is meant to feel. If we're doing our best and coming from our authenticity, and we're coming toward each other with an attitude of supporting each other's growth and creating a community that all of us can enjoy living in, that's what this Six of Cups looks like. And I think that's what the Queen was saying, is look at all the seeds in this sunflower. Look at all of this power in the rod. It can be used to create this kind of a lifestyle, this kind of a world, because hopefully if we start creating these small communities or whatever kind of mutual aid network we're talking about, that idea spreads. I was working a while back on a concept, I had a particular name for it, but it had to do with those of us who spiritually are standing in between the old way, the old style of extractive capitalism, and the new way of going forth with an eye toward mutual growth in a way that honors each other's spiritual development and is dedicated to supporting that. And I think that's what this card is reflecting here, is the fact that we can trade our energy with people of like mind. We can establish ourselves as outposts of a new way of being in the world. And when enough of us do that, it energetically will reach a critical mass. I think that's already starting to happen, but it's very sporadic still. But it'll come together as an energetic network that supports the new earth. And you've heard a lot of people talk about this new earth, but not so many people talk about how we achieve that. And it starts small. It starts with groups of like-minded people coming together and saying, this is where we stand. This is the energy that we embody. And then we wait for that to begin to resonate more and more until it all kind of connects up in this Gestalt moment, I guess you could say, or a tipping point. There's lots of terms for it, but this is how we change the earth. This is how we create something new. So to sum it all up, this set of cards, after all of the shadow work and difficult integration and gnashing of teeth that we've been through for the last couple of weeks, this feels like a payoff. This feels like the direction we're being sent toward is this recognition that our sovereignty comes from reclaiming our energy from the grind of the greater system and beginning to think about what's really important. What do I want my community to look like? What do I want my own life to look like? And you can become the gardener of your own life and connect with people who are interested in living the same way and create something new. We can all do this one step at a time, and it starts by embodying the energy of this sovereignty and the intention toward creating a life of abundance, mutual support, mutual emotional coherence, and a dedication toward joy and growth and safety and happiness, dare I say. So let me know if this resonates with you in the comments below. And if you enjoy these readings and would like to see more, I'd love to hear a comment or get a like, follow, or share from you because I don't get a lot of payoff from this stuff. And I just kind of do it because I read my own cards anyway. So why not share that? But it does take time. It does take energy. So hope to see you tomorrow. Have a great day.